Hey guys, Kakarot197 again. This time with a review of the BB Senshi RX-78-2 Gundam from the SD Gundam G Generation 0 game. And because this is the Ecopla version, it of course comes molded entirely in black. But not just any black, recycled plastic black. The added benefit of that is, when you look at it up close, it has like these tiny shimmers of different colors. However, when you look at it from afar, it still looks just normal black. Really cool effect, really interesting. Now, when we look at the stickers, on the other hand, these are still the same old stickers you would get with the regular release. So you still have yellow eyes, red crotch, red main camera, red back camera. However, you also get the marking stickers in white, which, is going to look slightly off on this thing. Let's quickly put these away. And finally, we also get the standard issue Ecopla stickers. Moving on to articulation, this thing, its head goes a little bit up, a little bit down, rotates around all the way. The arms rotate around all the way, go up. Not too bad like that. Rotate around below the shoulder or above the elbows. Kind of the same thing with this thing. The hands are not movable. They're simply molded to the lower arms. The waist will rotate around all the way. Somewhat backwards and forwards movement, if you want to call it that. The feet, they're on ball joints, forwards, backwards, rotate around all the way. Side to side will wiggle around and do everything a ball joint does. Finally, we have some more ball joints in the backpack with the beam sabers. And believe it or not, but the ball joints are actually on the beam sabers themselves. So yeah, I think you can figure out that these are not going to be usable. So overall, we get some pretty standard articulation for an SD of the time. But now let's look at something where this thing really shines. Accessories and gimmicks. Starting off with what's on the machine, the gimmicks. These open up to reveal some really cool internal details. Now, of course, this would have looked a lot more impressive if these parts were white and, these things were gray. Come on, stay open. There we go. And then the head, this thing entirely opens up. Let's close this for a second again. Even the side panels can be removed in order to completely show the internal detail. And once again, if you were to look at the original release, which is of course all in white, it would look a lot more impressive, because now it's just all black on black. And things are only gonna get better with the accessories. Starting off, of course, with the beam rifle. Now, the scope moves, which is the first surprising thing. The second surprising thing is no hollow parts whatsoever, not even on the back of the scope, and goes into the hands absolutely perfectly. Looking at the bazooka, same story, no hollow parts whatsoever, except of course where there has to be a hollow part. And put them in the hands. Works just great. Then we get also a beam saber. Unfortunately, only a single one. Just with the rest goes into the hands just fine. And then we of course also get a shield. But I gotta say, for an SD, this shield is actually pretty intricate. You can put it in two positions. We have the top and the bottom one. You can kind of also collapse it like that. And then it will go onto the backpack. Unfortunately, you cannot mount it on the side of the arm. So just fits like that perfectly on the backpack. Might look a little bit bulky because of the design of the SD. But what's also really important is that when you get the shield into the hand, it works great. I always love it when mobile suits are able to hold their shield like this. And it's even better if they can hold it let's say, at least adequately, and this thing nails it. It absolutely nails it. It's actually kind of funny to see how an SD has a shield that is more, let's say, technological than a lot of the high-grade shields out there. And then the final thing that we're getting is a core booster. Now, this is the only place where you can really see hollow parts, and it's at the bottom. So as far as hollow parts go on this SD, they really nailed it. You can also turn a core booster into a core fighter if you'd want to do so, but let's face it, we're all gonna go with the core booster. As always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Absolutely. For the original retail price of 500 yen, I can totally recommend this thing to fans of SD Gundam or just fans of the original Gundam in general. This thing just has so many things going for it. It's got some really cool gimmicks for an SD, hardly any hollow parts, and that is really kind of the bane of SDs, especially from this time era. And comes with a lot of accessories, and to this day is still the only kit that comes with a snap-together core booster, with the only other kit being the one from the early 80s, which was a glued-together kit. So yeah, this thing really has a lot going for it. So yeah, for an SD, this is a pretty damn impressive kit. Now for size comparisons, here is next to the older Zeta Plus and the newer Strike Noir. And you can really see how the younger they get, the bigger they get. And finally, here is next to the standard size Gym Custom, and they always... Hang on a second, this is not happening again. And that's all for this video, and see you all next time. Hopefully with a Zaku 3.